Are you right now where you want to be? And I don't mean that in a sense of a location. Like, do you want to be in Hawaii, but you woke up in Philadelphia? It's not what I mean. What I mean is in your own sense of self, in your internal pride, your deepest core, your integrity, your hope, everything that you breathe and live for, in that area, and that boardroom where the CEO and the board members meet, are you where you want to be? And if you're not, the good news is that you can start right now where you are, literally with this video. Now, I'm not saying start with this video because I'm the one giving it. What I'm saying is the video is irrelevant. The video is a moment where you commit yourself to some sort of outer education, some sort of outer advice, some sort of outer thought different than your own. And then you take that thought. If it inspires you, you run with it. If it doesn't inspire you, or there's something that you disagree with based on your experiential existence, so something that you know is or isn't true because you've lived through it, then you evaluate all that information and you make a decision. But do you see, at this point, you made the decision based on weighing the options on what you're finding out. My recommendation is to update your sources, update who you're listening to. Throughout the day, you've got to have something that's motivating you, someone that talks the way that you believe, someone that thinks the way that you think, or the way that you want to think, someone that has the life that you're 1 foot in and 1 foot out of, or maybe you're both feet out of. Find someone that they take their human life and they live it in a way that's beyond their individual existence. Something that literally births in you a desire to continue to live, to be productive. You start today. You start right now. You start with what you have. And you may be thinking, that's a little overwhelming. Because today is right now, and I don't have much. Some people don't have a job, or a source of income, or the next source of income. And in those times, humans can be either great victors or they can be great victims. And it's not to say if you miss this wave that you're totally going to be a piece of shit. That's not what I'm saying. But like Eminem proclaimed, you only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. Well, with the global pandemic going on, the COVID-19, this is an extraordinarily prime time to capitalize on getting yourself from where you are and on the way to where you want to be. Now, I tend to carry a lot of Eastern philosophy, where the happiness is not a destination you can arrive at, but it's a manner of the traveling, that kind of idea. But at the same time, I do think in the immediate now, when you're in a mess, you have to have something, some point of interest in your plan, in your GPS, to get you out of where you're at now. A lot of times I drive around Denver and I don't really know where I'm going. So I just kind of float along and I end up anywhere. Now, because I've dealt with certain fundamentals in my life, that's okay. That's affordable. But a lot of people are doing that. See, I'm doing that in the place that I want to be. I'm just traveling and exploring in Denver, but I had to get to Denver first. So what I'm referring to is getting to Denver, getting to your Denver. I'm not a rich man by any means. I work a normal 40-hour-a-week job, and I get paid a decent wage, maybe a little bit below the national average. I don't know, enough to give me food. So in my life, I have my eyes on a promotion, and every day I do something, no matter how big or how small, because eventually those bigger moments, those bigger holes, like in football, you give a running back a football 50 plays throughout the game. 2 to 3 of those are going to develop the way that the playmaker wanted it to, so that you can get optimal yardage. And that's when they break out and they have those 20, 30, 40-yard runs, or maybe they break out and score and reach a touchdown. You're going to have those in your life, but it comes as a result of the grind. Now, this is where I tie Western and Eastern philosophy together, and this is what I think is the secret to keep you really going forward. And I want to give you encouragement that you do have what it takes and you will go forward. You may be looking down the line and think, I don't think I'll stick to this, okay? First, you find the tune of the rhythm of your own life, your own soul, who you are, what you want. You start living life for yourself. Now, you might start thinking, oh, I'm selfish. Absolutely. You are a selfish creature just like I am. In fact, anything you do, if you go and simplify it down to the pure desire, it was for your own benefit. If you did something nice to help someone, it was because you thought that made you a good person, which you want to do because you have pride, right? Accepting that is a big key to this whole process and this whole machine running. It's the oil, right? It's what keeps it smooth and efficient. So find that sound, follow that wavelength, and then you find yourself, your discipline is a lot easier. Now, you don't always want to get up. Even the top athletes, they love what they do. LeBron James loves the game of basketball. Michael Jordan, they love it. Michael Jordan is still in basketball. He is still involved in the franchise, the industry. But every day he woke up and worked out wasn't just pleasing serotonin, dopamine releasing joy. Even though the ultimate goal was his true desire, which his desire was to be a champion, to be worth something, to show dominance as a result of earning it. And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying find out where you want to be. And what I mean is where you really want to be, where your soul belongs, around nature that you enjoy, in a job that you don't mind going to every day, eating foods that make you feel good, exercising, putting yourself in a place where all that is possible, all that is at your fingertips. So ask yourself today, are you where you want to be? And if you're not, the encouragement is the best time to start is right now. And I think you should start in even the smallest of ways. So what I would do if I were you and I was in a position, I'll just tell you what I did when I was you, and I'll wrap this up, try to keep it under 8 minutes. Is I was in Oklahoma, and I was a Christian, and I was dating this girl because I thought that was what I was supposed to do. It was what everyone else was doing. It was normal. It made me feel normal. And then we had a kid, and then we were going to get married, and then it didn't work. And then it ended very badly, and it did not go very well for my kid. She got all the power, flipped the authority on me, and I was not prepared to deal with that, so it really struck trauma within me. So anyways, what I did is I got with a friend, and I asked for help. How do I get out of here? And then he and I moved to Colorado. The rest is history. See ya.